Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is the Black Ops Cold War Nuketown camping tutorial. I will show you how to camp effectively and lock down key areas of the map. This method will have you maximize eliminations and minimize deaths. The camping strategy does not require you to be the most talented player, but it will help you perform like one. The key to camping is patience. Alright, there's the class setup. There's what I like using for camping. I feel like it's the best stuff in the game right now. If anything gets changed, I'll definitely update this, but definitely use this right now. I think it's the best stuff. Alright, on the M60, I got the Vision Tech 2x sight. I really like this sight, but you can pick whatever you want. Pick what you're most comfortable with. Then I'm running the SOCOM limiter and the Field Agent grip. This is going to cut down on that recoil as much as possible. I would highly suggest you use this. Afterwards, I'm going to use the Salvo 125 round mag because I don't see the downside in losing aim down sights when I'm going to be pre-aim down sights all the time. If you don't like that downside, go ahead and use the 100 round mag. Doesn't have any downsides and it gives you extra rounds. Then I'm going to run the SAS stock. I would usually run the last barrel because it gives you bullet velocity and damage range. But since I'm going to be playing on Nuketown, I don't need that. Alright, for the secondaries, I would usually run the Gallo because it's more consistent. But in this gameplay, I'm using the Howard because it fits Nuketown very well. So for the setup, I got the 25.2 Task Force barrel. That's going to give you the longest one-shot range possible. Afterwards, I'm going to put on the SWAT 5 mW laser to tighten up that hip fire spread as much as possible. I'm going to put the 8-round tube, the serpent ramp, and the shotgun stock as add-ons. Now, to finish up the setups, we're going to go over my score streaks. I'm running the War Machine, the Harp, and the Gunship. Do not activate your score streaks as soon as you get them. Be patient. Wait until you get the Harp, then use the Harp in combination with the War Machine to get as many easy kills as possible and finally get that Gunship. I would highly suggest using the Gunship because it's easy to get once you get the Harp and the War Machine. Besides the VTOL Escort and the Chopper Gunner, the two most comparable score streaks to it, are absolute ass. They get shot down very easily. Now that we've gone over the setups, it's time to go over the strategy of camping. At the beginning of the match, you're going to want to head over to your camping spot. At the yellow house, that is going to be the window. That is the only good spot there. You want to hold the angle you see me holding here. Only watch that tip of the red bus and that left side. Do not expose yourself to the opposite window or the B flag. That is an easy way to die. Remember, you're going to want to play patiently. Let the enemies come to you, and it's going to be easy kills. Only peek that opposite window and the B flag, either when the enemy team is capturing it, or when your team has middle control. That means some teammates are in between the two buses, on the left side of the Jeep, or fighting at the B flag. Only then is it safe to peek. You will also have to watch out for people trying to flank you, going up those stairs, and shooting you in the back. I don't do a very good job at that in the first half of this gameplay. Don't be like me. Every time you think you hear something, go check it with your shotgun. Once you get that field mic, the game is going to become way easier. They changed the field mic so that it can only be countered by spycraft now. This means you can catch all those ninja people coming up and flanking behind you. They're going to be easy kills at the stairwell with the shotgun. Make sure you put your field mic in the room where the stairs lead to. Do not put it inside the room where the window is. There are so many Semtexes and C4s thrown at the window. You do not want to destroy your field mic because it is very important for keeping you alive. In my experience, it is very difficult for someone to flank you once you have that field mic set up. The field mic is only counterable by spycraft. There is not a lot of spycraft users out there, and if they are running spycraft, they are more than likely running it with Ghost, if anything. This means that you can easily see non-spycraft users coming up the stairs and you can kill them with your shotgun, even if they are running Ninja. Now, if they are not running Ninja but they are running spycraft, you can hear them coming up the stairs, and it's the same result. You will kill them with your shotgun. Now let's get to using that Molotov. The Molotov is a great area denial lethal that can be used in a pinch to throw at the door so you can escape through the window if you fear you may die. Otherwise, you could throw it behind the yellow bus because people like camping there looking at the spawns. It's a great way to put them out of that position, maybe into the open, or have them retreat. Otherwise, you could throw it at domination flags or behind pieces of cover so people have to leave there and then they're an easy kill. You just saw me kill a guy 3 times in a row. This is what I like to call a salty bum. These people keep coming back to the same place, expecting to win a gunfight they already lost multiple times. They will make it their personal goal to kill you. These kinds of people are a godsend. They will continue to feed you easy kills and give you your score streaks. Now that the first half ended, I'm going to take you through how to camp in the greenhouse. First of all, in the greenhouse, there are more camping spots than in the yellow house. The yellow house primarily has the window and maybe the garage if you're feeling a little bit risky. On the greenhouse, you can camp behind the bunker in the back of your spawn. You can camp in the railing as you see me doing this gameplay. And you can camp in the garage and at the top of the window. I don't like the garage as much because I feel that it's more traffic and more people can pop right in front of you and kill you with an SMG. The same tactics apply when camping in the window on the greenhouse. You want to limit your exposure to the B flag, the opposite window, and the middle of the map. You mostly want to be checking that right side of the bus and the jeep. If anybody crosses over, let them play into your hands. You will occasionally see me use a small peak that lets you see the left side of the bus in between the two buses. This does leave you exposed to somebody coming from the jeep side and they can easily headshot you. Use this sporadically as well as peeking the opposite window, the B flag, and the middle. In this gameplay, you will see me alternate between the window and the railing. I do this in reaction to how my team is set up on the map. When my team has middle control, I like the railing because that gives me an angle into their spawn from the back alley, and it also gives me an angle onto B flag. If they want to take that middle control back, they have to take B flag. Therefore, I get easy kills. If my team is getting pressed into the spawn and the enemy team has middle map control, I like to be on the window. They will round that jeep and that bus, and I will easily kill them. Also, I can peek the middle if I'm feeling a little bit risky. As you are about to see me do, I will absolutely suppress the guy who is about to pull up to B flag. I am about to keep shooting even though I cannot see him. This is suppressive fire. Enemies will not be patient enough to wait for you to waste all your ammo before they peek their heads around. They like drop shotting, jump shotting, or even just straight up peeking you thinking they can win the gunfight. That will not happen. Keep shooting, they will pop out. Also, if an enemy is behind cover, wallbang them. You have an LMG. The LMG has great wall penetration and you have a lot of ammo. I like doing this specifically when I'm in a window battle with another person. I can shoot through the walls at my room and hit them. This is definitely going to make them panic and I will get the window control. Whoever aim down sights first in window battles wins all the time. Now that I am on a streak, I have my harp and I have my war machine. You see me come out of the house and destroy the other team. Use the intel from the harp in combination with the AoE damage from the war machine to get easy kills. War machine kills count as gun kills, so you get those multipliers and you get that gunship way faster. Now that I pushed forward with my team and pushed the enemy team into their spawn, some of my teammates even went into their spawn and started killing them. This is not good if you are up in the window camping and you do not have a harp. They can flip spawns and spawn behind you. If your team is pushing too far forward and you are still in the house, make sure that your teammates are still spawning at your spawn when you see them die in the kill feed. Otherwise, there's a very high likelihood that the spawns have flipped and enemies are spawning behind you. If that is the case, you can either run away or you can whip out your shotgun and wait for them to come to you. I like whipping out my shotgun because spawns tend to flip and then re-flip again. Now that you are in the gunship, you're going to want to use the big missiles to fire objectives, such as hardpoints or domination flags. You're going to want to use the middle missiles to fire at their spawn, just in case someone is trying to shoot you down. It takes very long for those red squares to pop up, and by the time they pop up, they would have probably shot a missile at your gunship. You're going to want to use the small bullets to track targets who are not in a spawn or in an objective. Keep in mind that these small bullets have a lot of drop, and you're going to have to lead your targets if you want to hit them. You can also use the small bullet camera to track enemies who have not popped up because of the spawn protection. You can also check if the spawns have flipped with this small zoomed in camera. Make sure you hide your body pretty well while you're operating the gunship. There's nothing worse than dying when you couldn't even fight back. Hiding behind the desks on both of the houses is a pretty good option. Most people don't bother to check here even though it's a pretty common hiding spot. You can also be prone in the back of your spawn, or you can be on top of the bunk beds in the yellow house or behind the bed in the greenhouse. Once you have called in your score streaks, your team should be dominating. You guys should either have triple capped the other team or at least have two of the domination flags secured with the enemy team trapped in their spawn. You guys should keep it this way and the win should be easily secured. Alright guys, that should wrap everything up on how to camp on Nuketown and how to secure easy wins for your team using score streaks and playing methodically. The rest of this gameplay is pretty boring. I think our team secures the win and we keep the enemy in their spawn for the rest of the game. I think this game was a very good example on how to camp. I didn't do a very good job in the first half of this game. I was dying a lot. People were sneaking up behind me. I wasn't really sound whoring as hard as I should have. I could have easily heard them now that I heard it back in the replay. This is also a theater gameplay, so that's why there's no hit markers and maybe it looks a little bit funky. But yeah, that's pretty much going to wrap it up for the rest of the video. I'll leave you guys here just to watch the end of the game. And at the end, I'll also be posting a screenshot of my combat record so you guys know the strategy is legit and it does work. I hope you guys like this video, and I hope I taught you guys how to camp and you guys can drop a lot of gunships and help your team win a lot. And yeah, guys, that's gonna be it for the video. Thank you all for watching.
TACOM, we have won the